For your wonton filling, you'll need the following items. 1 egg that's beaten, a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of ginger, a tablespoon of soy sauce, and 1/4 cup of grated onion. I just grate the onion on just like a regular cheese grater, just so that it's really fine. And 1 pound of ground chicken, and this is just like Foster Farms ground chicken, and it equals out to be 1 pound. Add all of your ingredients into your bowl one at a time. And we use the chili paste in my house with my family, just simply because we like spicy food. If you want to substitute the ground ginger for whole fresh ginger, which I didn't have, you can do that, and 2 teaspoons of that would be fine. So once you get everything in the bowl, then you just mix it. Once everything is completely mixed, it will look like this. Once your filling is ready, all you'll need is a small bowl with a little water in it, and you'll need a pack of wonton wrappers. And I actually purchased the square ones. They have them in square or round. Either one will work okay. So you put your teaspoon of your filling right there in the center, and then you take your water and you put some water right here and here, and that's basically going to glue your wonton together. So then you press that down over here. You take some water here and here. Make sure all of your air is out so you see your filling like that. And then you connect these 2 corners like that. So here's your finished wonton, and this is what it's going to look like. And you just keep repeating this process about 40 times. With the 1 pound of meat, it should make 40 wontons. So you just keep continuing this process. Like that. Remember to press down so you can get all the air out. You bring this over here, and this over here, and this is what it looks like over here with your other one. One of the things that I wanted to show you is that as you go through your wonton wrappers, you'll start coming across some that have flour on them. And this is why you're going to boil your wontons separate from your actual soup broth, and add them to your bowl, and then add your soup and vegetables to it after, so that your wontons don't make your soup pot cloudy, so your broth is still clear when you get ready to eat it. So once your wontons have cooked on a hard boil for 4 minutes and then simmered for 3 minutes, this is what they'll look like when they're done. Just like this. So then you just want to remove these from your pot and put them in a plate to dry. Then you want to transfer your wontons from the plate to a colander so that they can completely drain and cool. We actually had some of the meat filling left over after we filled 48 wonton wrappers, so we decided to make little balls and actually put them into some boiling water to have like sort of like some meatballs. And this is what they look like. So we're just dropping those in the pot, and we'll let those cook for about 5 or 6 minutes, I guess. Now we're on to what's actually going to go into our soup. So we are needing actually 8 cups of broth. So I'm using 1 container of beef broth, which is 4 cups, and 1 container of chicken broth. And then I'm also going to use about 4 cups of bok choy. Okay, so I talked about these garlic bouillons in one of my videos when I actually picked some stuff up from the store. So I'm going to actually use one of these. I didn't put any garlic in my meat filling, and I thought about it after the fact, so we'll get some garlic flavoring from that. And then we'll have 1 bunch of green onions. We're not going to use all of this in the soup. We'll keep maybe half of the top of it for just garnish on our soup in the end. Okay, and then I have a packet of shredded carrots. I'm actually going to use about a cup of this. I like carrots, so. And then I actually found this pack of barbecue flavored pork, which is typically in Wor Wonton soup. So this is a container of 12 ounces. So I'll put that in. And I have 1 pack of sliced mushrooms, 1 can of bamboo shoots, and 1 can of sliced water chestnut. Our meatballs are now done, and this is what they look like when they come out of the pot. Add your broth to your pot. You can clean out the pot that you used to make your wontons in. Just add your chicken broth and your beef broth into your pot. And if you don't have either canned or boxed broth, you can use bouillons, like 4 beef bouillons and 4 chicken bouillons. So 1 bouillon will make 1 cup of broth. And then I'm adding my garlic flavoring bouillon in there. And then we're just going to let this come up to a boil. Okay, to your broth, you are going to add your 4 cups of coarsely chopped bok choy. You don't want to chop it up too small. Your 1 cup of carrots. Your green onions. Your pack of mushrooms. Your water chestnuts. And your bamboo shoots. And then you're just going to give this a stir. And let it cook down maybe for about 3 minutes. And I'll bring the heat back up to a boil. And then we'll just let this cook for about 3 minutes. And then we'll add our meat, the actual sliced barbecue pork. And I also have a bag of extra large shrimp that are already cooked. I forgot to mention that earlier. They are have no shells and they've been deveined, but the tails are still on. Okay, once you have your vegetables just cooked down till they look about like this, this was about 4 minutes, then you're going to go ahead and add your shrimp, and these are already cooked, so we're just heating this through. And your barbecue pork is already cooked as well. Uh-oh, we have a little steam situation going on here. Okay, so then you just stir this together. And then we'll let this cook for another, let's say, 4 minutes until everything is thoroughly heated. And then we'll put the soup together. Okay, now that your soup is done, actually place 4 of your wontons in the bottom of your bowl and a couple of your meatballs that we made. And then add some of your vegetables and your meats from your soup to your bowl, along with some of your broth. And then you want to just sort of garnish with a little green onion that you saved, and a little sesame seeds, and there you go, Wor Wonton soup. I hope you enjoy it.